Good morning. It's Sunday morning. We got back yesterday from Gulf Shores at about, it was about 1:30. Got the trailer all put away, and so now we got some rain moving in today. So I want to try to get some chores done here around the lodge. So while we were gone, temperatures warmed up and things started to green up. So I need to get out back and some out front, and I want to start spraying weed killer. I do this every year. Go out to our property line, or at least most of the way. I try to keep this down. It just keeps the growth down, and so that we can see the deer, things like that. So let's go ahead, let's mix up some weed killer and we'll get out to it. So we're going to be using, I've used this ever since we moved in, the Glystar Plus, and I have this back sprayer that I picked up at Harbor Freight. You know, a lot of people make fun of Harbor Freight, but if you're not doing stuff commercially, their products do the trick around the house. And I've actually had this now, I think, for 4 years, and it still works fine. So don't remember what I paid for it. I have to fill it several times, but it's much better than one of those handheld. This is actually a 4-gallon. So I just put my water in, I mix my Glystar, I'll shake it here in a minute. Hardest part is just getting it on my back. But once it's on, all we have to do is just pump to keep the air pressure and walk and spray. So I'm going to go ahead, get this loaded. Each time I use this, I have to remind myself how to, oops, ding, ding, ding. I have to remember how to put it on. But you want it so that you can pump as you go and keep the pressure up. So let's just go out here and let's start spraying. And this is all I do. I just walk around, because when I keep this growth down, I really like up close to the house here. I like to keep this down, partially because at some point we're gonna have to get to this wood. Do some chopping for winter. Maybe this year I won't wait till the last minute to get my wood ready. I don't know if you can see that white post over there. That's our property line. I don't know if I'll go that far over. Sometimes letting a little of it grow up is nice, because it helps to make a natural barrier. I would say the hardest part here is just remembering where you sprayed and where you haven't. So I do try to work it in little sections. Now you might have noticed I said something about rain coming later. You might wonder why I'm putting this down now. I've actually found this stuff doesn't seem to work until it rains. It's like the water activates it, I guess. So that's why I'm doing it. I always try to put it on right before rain, and it works a lot quicker. You might be wondering why I just don't buy a sprayer for the John Deere. Yes, that would be quicker, but there's just a lot of crap out here on the ground, stumps where trees have fallen, limbs. Here's a good example. If you drive over that, I don't want to do damage. When I had Old Yeller, which is my old tractor, it was an old lawn man or yard man or something that my brother-in-law and sister-in-law or sister got rid of. So they gave it to me because they bought a 0 turn, and that thing was dead when I got it. But we milked, I think, 2 or 3 years out of it. That I actually would bring out here because it was so old and should have been in the scrap pile a long time ago that I didn't mind if I hit something. But with my John Deere, it's too expensive of a tractor for me to come out here and do that. There's my chicken pits. We do barbecued chicken on those. We use charcoal. We have special racks that allow us to flip them. And we use a family secret sauce. non-tomato based. It's a tradition that's been passed down in the Shoemaker family, which is my mom's side, for quite a few years. And there's still a few of us that know how to do it and have the equipment to do it. So haven't done any. Well, haven't done any in quite a while. We have a video over on Travels with Delaney. It's from the first season, the Going East series. If you want to see us barbecuing. Don't remember which episode, but there weren't a lot of episodes. We went out east to my cousins in Maryland, and we did a mini family reunion, and we did chickens. All right, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little worried about that last batch as I was mixing batch 2. And I was literally mixing. I don't think I mixed that last batch, or very little. So we'll see what happens. We may have to reapply because, yeah. And no, I know this mask isn't probably appropriate, but it will work. Hey, let's look over here. Probably won't be able to do over there. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see. I'll try to zoom in editing. We got 1, 2, 3 friends. They're just watching me. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna work over here, leave them alone.
Here's Patrick. He went outside to work on spraying weeds because when I got back from Gulf Shores, we noticed a lot of weeds. And I'm always leery about poison ivy, poison oak, because if the puppies, like last fall, when we got back from being out west, went in it, and they like to lie by you, you know, sit by you, sit on your lap, I had it all over me. So I was like, yes, please go out and spray. Maybe he'll turn around because he's got his COVID mask on too. So he's quite a sight to behold.
Let's try another project. Now this one, I don't know if we're going to be as successful as we were with the weed killing. So this is a toy lock. It's a product by Lippert. They mount it to the frame of your trailer. You have a padlock. This pulls out and you can run it through like your generator, your bikes, whatever you want, and then you lock it back up. We never had keys to this since we got it. So, yeah, so anyway, one of you, I don't know who it was, messaged me and said, you had a Lance, didn't come with the keys. Reached out to Lance, and Lance basically said, yeah, there's no way to get you the keys for your lock, so if you can cut it off, we'll send you a new lock. Now, I'm not going to get a lock from them, I don't think. I see this one has a cap, but it's been off. I have some masters that I have key to like for other things. I think I'm going to throw that on there. My only real concern is moisture splashing up. I might even try to see if that cap will fit on my master, but I doubt it will. So I've got this little grinder. I'm going to attempt to carefully grind it off. If not, again, we have an appointment in June at Princess Craft, and I'm sure they've got big bolt cutters or grinders they can do it, but I'm going to attempt to do this myself. So stand back, sparks are going to fly. Right, let's keep the camera back just a little bit because we don't want to ruin a GoPro too while doing this. Now I've got my safety goggles and we'll put on some gloves because, like I said, we definitely gonna have some sparkage. I think that'll sit there. It's good and tight, and my guess is if I can just get a cut into it, it will come off then. So the hard part's gonna be just getting the right angle here. You guys, again, anybody wants to make fun of Harbor Freight, I don't care. I don't use it that often. That's why I don't spend big bucks on tools. All right, looks like we just have to figure out how to work it off of here, but we have to. I'll cut it again. That was so easy. All right, probably shouldn't get too excited about this. There we go. Looky there. I haven't been able to do that since I owned this trailer. How cool is that? Now I just have to find my lock, and we will have a toy lock. How about that? Yay me. So I'm not real mechanical. I think I mentioned that before. Although, you know, I've befuddled my way through things. So I always feel really proud of myself when I can accomplish things on my own. In fact, a lot of the warranty work that needs done on this Lance, I've already done it myself. All right. Got the old Honda right here. For those of you wondering if it'll fit in the Lance storage, it does. They even do have these straps in here. They claim you can carry a gallon of gas in here. I don't know, it was pretty tight for my little gallon jug. So now what we need to do is, I was able to take my master lock. I took the cover off of the old lock, this kind of weather thing, put it on there, and now let's get under here and theoretically, if it goes like planned, and you can see it just, that's all it does, is it just locks on the other side here. So I'm gonna pull that out so we have a little well, I guess that's as far as it goes. I can feel the hole, and then your padlock goes like that, and it's good and tight, and then that is, which was not on properly, just fits on there to keep the moisture out. Look at that. We have a toy lock. I'm curious how far this actually comes out. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. I am impressed. I figured this was going to be some little shorty thing that wouldn't do any good. That'll go out of ways. And again, this is a Lippert product. Never had one before, but I like it. Okay, project 2 is done. Let's do project 3. So we bought the new Honda. Actually used it on the way home from Gulf Shores. It was hot in Indiana last night, 2 nights ago, when we arrived at Cracker Barrel. So I fired it up for about 15 minutes. Uh-oh, here comes the rain. Maybe we won't get it. And it worked perfect. And then interestingly enough, overnight we just had the windows open and it got cold. So what we need to do now that I have not done is, this has a Bluetooth app. I need to sync that. So that's going to be our final project for today. So with this, you just kind of have to tilt it a little bit to get it out. There she is, the Honda. I dreamed about it. All right, so what we have to do is, I've already downloaded the Honda app. And by the way, if you're wondering about me and the Predator, I still love the Predator. 3,500 watts, 3,000 running, super quiet, and I still have it. And you know, I paid like $750 with the extended warranty for that thing. I paid, it was $1175 with tax on the Honda. So, but let's see here. Downloaded the app. Where are you, Honda app? There you are. And I think this is, so it wants me to accept terms and conditions that are like 16 pages long. I've never seen, that's crazy. Now it wants me to, you probably not gonna be able to see that. After I went into the app, it wants me to select my generator. So I have an EU 2200i. And now it wants me to scan the barcode, which is right over here. So let's see. Oh, that's pretty cool. Use only outdoors, turn, okay. Turn on, begin to pair within 30 seconds after starting. Okay. All right, so they want me to start it. So let's turn the gas on. I'm going to turn the generator on, turn the choke on. I want to make sure I'm not in eco mode. And let me, oops, let's go back. It's searching already. Hold on. There we go. I'm on. Choke's on. All right, we should be good to go. So, even though this is super quiet, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it off for a minute. Well, oh, we gotta start this back up. I wanna show you what this does. So, okay, in fact, let's close the app. I wanna see if it auto connects. So here we go. Hopefully you can see this. Let me, there we go. So this is what the app looks like. It looks like this is going to show maybe how much we're using. Shows you oil life, eco throttle, engine hours. It's running. There's even a maintenance screen. So it will tell me when I need to do maintenance on it. The other nice thing is, look at this, you can't start it from the app because it doesn't have a starter, but you can shut it off without going outside. Okay, maybe this is the button I gotta hold. There you go. Look at that. So if you were running it, it's really hot outside, you want to shut it off, you don't even have to go outside. So there we go. We are all synced. So let's get some close-up shots here. Again, I may do a video on this at some point, but things I liked about this was they say it's going to be quieter, just a little bit than the Predator. That I'm not convinced. That Predator is super quiet. I do like this. It's magnetic plug for your outlets. Got your eco mode button right there. You can pair this with another one, but this is the one that is Bluetooth enabled. We can turn our fuel source off up here. Come around the side. You got your choke switch right there, your on-off switch right over here, and then your starter. This I've heard is really easy to work on. I believe this just one screw comes off. Back here is your exhaust. And that's it. I believe it's 48 pounds, so this is like half as heavy as the Predator, and honestly, that was the big reason. I don't know if I'll always carry it in here because of tongue weight and things like that. We'll see. But we did take the roof rails off, which was almost 50 pounds, so I feel like I've even exchanged there. But it's just so much lighter to get in and out of the wherever. So there we go. Now hopefully that wasn't too boring for you this morning. Patty's inside. She's finishing up laundry from yesterday and cleaning the house. We're gonna get around, go to town, get some groceries because we go back to work tomorrow. Unfortunately, we need to finish out the school year. I think Patty said she has 7 weeks left. I have 5 weeks left, and then as soon as she's done, we are going to obviously head out for the summer. The plan is this. We are going to leave. We're going to Arkansas because we need to go watch Bob from Bob's Mug Coffee shave off his beard, because maybe by the time you see this video, we will have hit the $10,000 mark for our Make-A-Wish fundraiser. And Bob agreed that when we got to the 10, not only would he shave his beard, which I think he said hasn't been done in 17 years, but he would also skydive out of an airplane. I made no such promises, and I won't. So we leave there. We have an appointment at Princess Craft on a Friday. Then we're going to spend some time with my aunt and uncle in Texas. And then the plan from there is a little sketchier. Right now, we're going to be heading west and go to the Grand Canyon and then just kind of roam. Although, after being in Gulf Shores, I'm just going to tell you, I'm not going to go that way. Patty might hear me. I was actually thinking on the way home, I forgot how much fun it is to go to the beach. You don't get a lot of beaches out west. So I had this crazy idea that I haven't even pitched to Patty, and this may not happen. So I'm just throwing it out there. So don't get all excited like, hey, he's coming our way. But I was thinking, how cool would it be to leave Texas, go over to the Gulf Coast there in Texas, which we've never been to, and, excuse me, runny nose, and if this was on Travels with Delaney, 14 people would point it out. But head over the Gulf Coast and follow the Gulf Coast up and around Mississippi, Louisiana. We've never been to New Orleans. Mississippi, Alabama, Florida Panhandle, down Florida all the way to the Keys, and then back up the East Coast all the way to Maine. And then possibly we could do one of two things depending on how long that took. We could cut back down through New Hampshire and Vermont, because you know I love Vermont. I could go see some friends. Or who knows, maybe the border would be open by then and we could get across. I don't know. The problem with this, and I know Patty wouldn't have an issue with it, there's a couple, these would be my concerns. Number one, and we've done Florida in the summer, but Florida is really hot. That's probably not a big concern. Finding campgrounds or places to camp in the East Coast is hard normally. Doing it during this COVID RV sales surge is probably just idiotic to do it, to be honest. You know, at least out west, I always feel like there's lots of government land. We can always pull into national forest land or BLM land and, you know, spend a couple nights. You don't find that on the East Coast. So, you know, could we do it? Maybe that makes for an amazing summer challenge. And I know we've went west. I hear this all the time. Patrick, you have went west 3 years in a row, and all of us on the East Coast never have a chance to see you. I don't know why you want to see me. I know, Truman and Bess, but it might give us a chance to meet up with some people on the East Coast. So I'm not making any promises because I haven't even pitched this to Patty. And like I said, it does kind of scare me that, you know, that can we even find places to stay? The other thing is it's a lot cheaper for us to go west from the standpoint that there is so many places to boondock. And on the East Coast, the boondocking is... tell me I'm wrong. If anybody lives on the East Coast, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm going to find places to boondock. I do know we could do Harvest Host. That would be an option. Most Cracker Barrels we're finding, even in communities where Walmart says no, we're finding Cracker Barrels say yes. And so we could do Cracker Barrels. Again, though, the problem is it gets very hot even on the East Coast. And, you know, if it's hot all night long, I don't want to run a generator all night long. So, I don't know, something to think about. So... all right, gives you guys something to think about and give us something to think about. My guess is we're still going to head west, but it's at least an option, possibly. Maybe you guys can give us some feedback. So we're going to wrap this video up, and we will see you in the next episode. Or, as we say here at Travels with Delaney, on down the road. I guess this is TWD Life. I'm so out of sync. All right, let's put it away.